What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into Byerly Studios. Now today in this studio we're doing something a little bit different than our normal just regular arts and crafts. We're going to be working on some digital art specifically for more of a professional grade, and that being your LinkedIn profile. Now, no matter what kind of niche you're in, whether it's your side hustle or whether it's your corporate job, it's great to have a professional profile. Now, let's be honest though, a professional profile can really range in a lot of different ways. You can make it more of a personal feel, you can make it more of a corporate feel, you can make it very cookie cutter, but in the most part, I would like to see most of the profiles out there with a lot more time invested into them. Now, LinkedIn is the best of all worlds. Of course, they do have a fun video feature on there that they just introduced into the app, so you can see all sorts of like professional grade shorts as they come across your profile. But not just that, you can really customize your profile to where you are being seen or seeing other people in your network. So you could be hunting for that next applicant, or you could be the one applying to new opportunities there on LinkedIn. And it also allows you at times to network with those above you in a hierarchical system, to get to know the chain of command in a way that just sometimes you can't do from within the company. It's also an opportunity for you to go out of your way to meet new people in other companies, other opportunities, or you may just be kind of a casual user of LinkedIn and just kind of update and post and repost every so often. Majority of people are not truly active on LinkedIn, but they are on there. So if you're looking for that particular person or that next network into the next company, then this may be the option for you. Now, when we're talking about LinkedIn, this video is specifically about the digital art and creation of custom banners and profile pictures. Now, we are going to be creating a custom banner and profile picture for my LinkedIn page. I've had the same one for quite a long time, and I will get into what it looked like beforehand, and then we will get into what it looks like after I get my hands onto it. Now, just be aware that I've been in digital art for a while now, and it's very easy for me to create banners and profile pictures. Customizing them with saturation, brightness, and replacing the backgrounds is very easy, and you can do it as well. Now, as you can see, I do have my suit jacket on here because you do need to have, for the most part, a professional profile picture. We're going to get more into that in a little while, but just for ease of comfort, I'm going to go ahead and change out of this jacket. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much more comfortable in this shirt instead of that suit jacket. So we're going to go ahead and get into creating this new banner and profile picture. So the first step of this is to know the dimensions of the profile that you're uploading to. So we'll mention this as we roll into the video. Now, I have created a banner and a profile picture before. Now, the one thing that I go out of my way to do is to make sure that they do match in some ways. So at the time, I was and still am, as of this video, working with AT&T. Super love it. It's a great company to work for. I'm very proud of the work that we do for our customers. I'm currently a technician, if you didn't know already. Very proud of the work. Now, you can choose a lot of different themes and profile pictures to go with your LinkedIn profile, just like you do any other social media. But my most recommended thing is just make sure that it's clean. Make sure it's professional. Try to avoid anything that's super political, anything religious. Make sure that you're kind of showing who you are, whether that's through your artisticness or through how your hobbies are or your personality. But also just kind of make sure that it's professional. If you were looking at your profile from an outside view, would you stop either through the search or the recruitment tool and stop at your profile and click it to view you? Or would you continue scrolling? So whenever you're creating a banner and a profile picture, and we'll go back into this in a few moments and I'll kind of show you how and why it's displayed certain ways, you want to create something that's easy to catch the eye. So that way when recruiters or other people are looking at your profile or looking and scrolling through the hundreds of thousands of people out there, then your profile may catch their eye and they may click on you to see if your profile history meets the needs that they have in the role that they may be filling. Now, it's not all about getting a job. Some people just have a professional profile to network, and that's completely fine. But that is also the same thing. Make sure that your profile is clean, professional, has a little bit of a laid back feel so that it makes you more humanized instead of just a cookie cutter, create a generic banner and profile picture. The profile picture in itself needs to match the banner, and we will kind of go more in depth into that. You can also use contrasting colors and different types of art mediums in digital art to create really eye-popping, really eye-catching pieces of a banner and profile picture. Okay, I get it, you guys. I've been talking a lot and I feel like I'm monologuing. Yes, I tend to do that. It's just the way that I am. So as you see, we're going to jump over into Procreate and we're going to begin the process of designing the banner. When you make your banner and your profile picture, you want them to feel like they're seamless. And the reason for that is a lot of the generic ones that you can download from Canva or from LinkedIn itself are very monotone. Some of them have dimension to them, but they don't have a way for you to like upload your own images to those to really customize them. So that's why you have to take it into a separate third-party design software, and you can detail the ones that you would like. Upload your own version of that, add text and dialogue and little images to it if you choose to in Canva, for instance, and then you upload that to LinkedIn. But it really looks very appealing when your profile picture and your banner match in some ways. And there are some little tips and tricks that you can do to make it more visibly pleasing and eye-popping when people are scrolling on LinkedIn. And we'll kind of just talk about that as we scroll through those. You can experiment and really have fun with the creation of your banner and your profile picture. But just remember, again, guys, make sure that it is clean, it is professional, and that it is high grade if you want people to traffic your LinkedIn page. It's very important. All right, you guys, let's just jump into the Canva software to begin with. Now, this is, of course, a Canva, which is you can use it to make all sorts of posts and different kind of like Word format for different posts and banners and profile pictures and all sorts of things. You can search in the upper right hand corner for different types of templates that you can use. And there are a lot of here that are free for you to use. You can just literally delete the words and then type in anything you'd like into this. It's very easy to do so. But we're going to take it a bit further here. Now, as you can see, before we jump into what we're going to create, let's see what I have on here before. Now, as I stated before in the very beginning of the video, that I am a technician for AT&T at this moment in time. So I had created just a really cool kind of like just a banner that kind of reflected the type of work that I was doing at the time. So I work with a hard hat, I work in a safety vest, and I kind of had created me like a generic a banner of me in a field just waving, just displaying that I was a technician. And I can go a lot deeper into that, but we'll just kind of keep it there for now. Now, I did upload this pre-made template to Procreate, and I went ahead and uploaded 2 images of a painting that I had created. I went ahead and downsized those images quite a bit there, and I also added some white borders to them with a little bit of a black shadow behind. Then I, of course, grabbed a large brush from the tool selection tool there, and we kind of just gave it a really cool kind of dark collage background. You see it has a lot of texture and a lot of diversity in that background. I was also tinkering with some different colors on the borders of those paintings. Now, we're going to go ahead and upload the pre-made version of that into the Canva here, and then we will upload our overlay image on top of that. We will use the existing wording on this image here, and then we will just basically have this going over our existing image. However, ours is a lot more artistic than what you had as default. Instead of just that flat, bland color and very, very just boring, we have a lot of diversity, a lot of color, a lot of richness. And as you look at that on the actual LinkedIn page itself, then we will have a lot of depth in the channel. It's really cool. Not only was I able to create a cool background, but also was able to incorporate some of my paintings in this as well. And the blue kind of tinge of those paintings really blended well with what we had created here. The little bit of yellow in the background really does stand off against the kind of a silver leaf or gold in those paintings. And just be aware, the name of that painting, it is an abstract acrylic. It is called Ocean Spray. Pretty cool. Now, I do offer prints of that at Pictorum.com. Just search my name, John Byerly, and you'll find some of my prints there on Pictorum.com. I'll also link that in the description below. We're going to go ahead and upload my email address here. A little bit less important. If you had a real corporate email that you were really wanting to push out there for networking or for sales, then you could probably really use something different. But I just wanted to incorporate at least something there. So I went ahead and included my Byerly Studios Gmail account there, which is no big deal. And we're also going to incorporate just a nice, easygoing quote. That is, the greatest artist is the simplifier. And that is Van Gogh's quote. So we'll go ahead and put Van Gogh on there. And then we'll kind of shrink that down. And it's just something nice and simple. And we can always switch that out for a different quote if we wanted to. With this done, we'll go ahead and upload this into our photos to be used to upload to LinkedIn at the end of the video. Then we're going to start working on this right here. Now, this is the profile. This is a time lapse of me working and creating the original, which is me in an AT&T hat and an AT&T vest. I thought it was very professional looking, made me look like I was a manager out there in the field. But of course, we want something just a little bit different for this upload. We're going to go ahead and tinker around with some different backgrounds on that old profile picture, just so you can kind of see how I kind of created that. I isolated myself from the background and then just created a cool waterfall effect, or a watercolor effect here. Different tones and different colors using the alpha lock tool. And then we will go ahead and upload that. Now, that does match the original banner that I had, so they went well together, even though the background was kind of a pasture or a field. It's pretty cool. Now we're going to go ahead and upload a new photo here. I went ahead and copy and pasted the original background image that I had created for the banner, and we're going to go ahead and just use that again. Now, I'm not really worried about it being too blended out there, because I did kind of shrink that down a little bit for this image, so the pixels are just kind of cascading and just kind of off a little bit. No big deal. I'm not worried about it. And I'm going to upload quite a few headshots here. Now, don't worry about the background. Ignore that. Ignore the nasty background. It is in a storage room. My studio does kind of share an area where we just kind of store things in the home. So it just looks kind of chaotic and messy back there. But don't worry, it is not. It's just storage. It's nothing, no big deal. So we're going to go ahead and remove the background again. And I did upload quite a few headshots, so I can kind of switch these out as I want to without having to go back looking for these images later. I will just keep this project created and uploaded here on my Procreate software. And whenever I want to go in to change my headshot onto the image, then I can do so. Just wake up that layer, edit it down, and then just kind of change the saturation. We are going to choose a picture of me with a paintbrush for this image here. So just be aware, I'm literally just going to erase the background, and then we'll move on to the next stage here. Now, the next stage is I want to go ahead and change the saturation on me, myself, and I there. Make myself a little bit tanner, but not too much to where it just looks fake, you know. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself a little bit of a tan for a nice headshot. Everybody out there kind of edits those images just so they look a little bit clearer, a little bit more vibrant, as it were. And to do that, you're changing the brightness and the saturation layers of those images just to give them more richness, that's all. Now I'm going to copy and paste one of the paint strips here into the background here. And this is going to kind of blend the profile picture in with the actual background of the banner. So remember, I said at the very beginning of the video, you kind of need to make it to where they both have just a cool blended effect. They look like the banner and the profile picture just go well together, like they're made in a pair, and it just makes your profile look so much more professional. We're going to go ahead and create a new layer here over top of this little painting upload, and I will create the same white border effect in a background, and I will put that behind me as a layer. So we'll push that layer back, and it will create just a really cool diversifying strip effect behind me. And it just brings up the level and the quality of the image just a little bit and makes it very cool looking. It's not a necessity, but it does kind of fill in that little void because I am not facing the camera directly in this headshot. I am kind of pushed off to the side and looking at an angle a little bit. And you just don't want to have a massive space of void there. That would become too noticeable when people are scrolling there on LinkedIn, and it could be too distracting from your face. So kind of fill in the void a little bit, but just don't make it too cluttered, that's all. Creating another line there just to kind of make sure that those, try to make sure that they're even there. And then we will go ahead and erase the images outside those two white lines, and then we will merge those layers together, and it will be one stripe that we can adjust and size however we choose to. No need to change the saturation on that painting layer. I felt like that the colors were just right, and I was not too worried about it. Now, I did put it behind me, as you can see there, and as we move that around, you can size it here and there, make it larger if you want to, put it off to the side, make it go horizontal, make it go vertical, make it go in the corner. Remember that your profile picture will be a circular motion, so some of that will get cut off, but that is completely okay. Now, here's a full time lapse, just a little bit slowed down in like 60% speed of me removing the background on the original image, creating me an AT&T vest, and then we will just go straight into the next image there. Now, the reason it's all kind of put together in one time-lapse video is because these are all the same project here in Procreate, which is pretty cool. It kind of helps to keep track of everything and just makes everything really easily accessible when I want to update or change things in the size. Now, remember that your profile picture in LinkedIn is a 400 by 400, but I create my my headshots in my profile pictures in a 2000 by 2000. That way, when those pixels are shrunk down into that 400 by 400, it does not distort or blur any of the images. It's just pretty cool. So here we are in LinkedIn, and we're, of course, you can use my external link there, and you can see my YouTube channel, which is where you may be finding this video, which is pretty cool. Welcome into my YouTube channel. I do all sorts of arts as far as sculpting and painting and all sorts of fun things. And you can buy my art off of Etsy and Pictorum.com. Just search for John Byerly Art Studio. We're going to go ahead and upload that beautiful new banner. Now, this banner is not centered around technology or telecommunications. It is centered around just art and just, it's a little bit more me. I'm trying just to diversify my channel up a little bit, and I felt like this was a great opportunity to update my LinkedIn profile page, because I have not updated the banner and the profile picture in the last year. Just switch things up a bit and just kind of push my profile out into the field. We are going to go ahead and remove that kind of open to work decal there, so we can get a full visual of how that profile image will look here in LinkedIn. So we'll pull that up there, and then we'll go ahead and click my profile picture there again, and we'll go ahead and click upload new picture. We'll go to add photo. We'll go to upload photo, and then there it is. Here we are. Now you can size and change the saturation layers on this if you'd like to. You can do a zoom and all sorts of rotations, but we're not going to need to do any of that because we've already done that before now. So we are good to go on that. Look how I look great. I look, just be honest, I look amazing, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Now, this is in a landscape view of the app itself. So if you're searching for my profile and they pull up separately, you would see two matching images, or kind of like kind of a theme, right? It's almost as if you're uploading a new theme, like back in the old MySpace days. Now, of course, this video was very fast-paced, but I do hope you guys enjoyed it overall. If you want more content like this, let me know. Otherwise, like and subscribe. Later.